What's up, everybody? Let's talk the schedule for the next few weeks. I've got Stalker 2, which is what we're currently working on, all the way up till December 6th. I do have the Ultimate Edition of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle pre-ordered. So we're going to be going live on the 6th, which is the early access period for that game. Um, in between there and from time to time, I'm going to be dabbling in a few other things. We're looking for something to do after Indiana Jones, leading up to the launch of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So there's like from December 15th to like February 11th. At the moment, there's no major releases happening in January that I've been interested in playing. Now that might change. Something might crop up that I see and go, ooh, I want to test that out. But in the meantime, we're going to be looking at various things to do during that period. We did the vote the other day, and I believe I asked it was the Mass Effect series with Andromeda as a playthrough, which I've never done on stream. I've only ever played those games for myself. That was a vote. Greedfall 2 Early Access was a vote. Um, Path of Exile 2 Early Access was a vote, and I think Star Wars Outlaws replay was also for the vote. The overwhelming vote was for Mass Effect Legendary Edition, followed up by Mass Effect Andromeda. That would take me the whole 6 weeks probably. Happy to do that. Um, Also on there, so people are interested in Greedfall 2. I'm interested in Greedfall 2. I don't really go in for early accesses. The reason is because as someone who's been in game dev and understanding what an early access is, whether it's 1 year or 3 years, I don't like to spoil myself with early access. I don't mind jumping into an early access to see what's there, but I don't want to spoil the story or anything else for myself. So I typically don't spend a lot of time in early access programs, even if I am bought into them. A good example is Baldur's Gate 3. When I got it, I went in for the first week that it was available, played a rogue through that early access testing, got about 40 hours of gameplay out of what was like a 25-hour thing, and said, "That's awesome. I'm gonna wait." And I didn't really touch it again until about a month before the game was going live, and then I jumped in and tested out a few different characters, streamed it on the channel, and was ready to go when the game launched. But I don't like spoiling story for myself, so um, definitely want to try out the Greedfall 2 Early Access, the Path of Exile 2 Early Access, and a new Arc line, which came across my desk. I think I did an early access look. The publisher reached out to me and got me a key for that, so I did like a review of the early access. That looks fun. I'd like to dive into that a little bit more. But those are dabbles. I'm not going to be doing full clears of those. Along the way, today I grabbed Ashen off of Xbox Game Pass, have that downloaded, and I've also got this. This is the one I'm actually super interested in. I did not know that Aliens Dark Descent was coming to Game Pass because this was a game I was looking at like last year, maybe when it came out, or was it earlier this year? I can't remember when it came out, but I was busy when it came out, but I had interest in it because I do love the Aliens franchise. So along the way, somewhere in here, we're going to be giving these two games a couple of first impressions look. And what we're really aiming to tie down over the next week or 2 weeks is going to be what do I play after Indiana Jones leading up to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Are we doing a full clear of Mass Effect Legendary Edition? Maybe we do a full clear of that along with testing little things like this. But if one of these kicks off, like if any of these little first impressions kick off, I usually end up going hard on those for a few weeks to beat them because they're doing well on the channel. So the easiest way for you to get the enjoyment that you want is to let me know as we start doing first impressions in between the major releases here, what you're looking forward to the most, because that's going to be what we end up doing from basically the end of December up until Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Avowed drop in February. So there's a good 6 week run in there. If there's things you have your eye on, let me know in the comments below because, like I said, I haven't seen any major releases happening in that window. But if there is something that I end up getting interested in, I'll be happy to take a look at that as well. In the meantime, we've got a lot more Stalker 2. We've got Indiana Jones coming up. We've already cleared the Star Wars Outlaws DLC, and now I'm just doing some other stuff. And P.S. by the way, I totally just downloaded the Mass Effect Legendary Edition and Mass Effect Andromeda on my PS5 this morning. So that's ready to go as well. You may see something about that cropping up in the near future here on the channel. So stay tuned. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get some work done. It is 3 a.m. my time. This is the cat morning, so I've been up since 1:30. So I'm gonna go get some more video editing done and probably do a first impressions of something before we get ready for the main stream today. So I will catch everybody bright and early later on today, YouTube and Twitch as always, and the rest of you. See you next time. Stay safe. Happy gaming.